UFC 305 is here. It's Saturday. The wait is over. We're finally gonna get to see Adesanya face Dricus duplessis. Adesanya is back. I'm gonna only do the predictions of the main card. I'm not gonna do the prelims because I feel like the main card is pretty good. It's pretty decent. For like UFC 305 is not bad at all, but the I don't think that the prelims or the early prelims is good. So I'm not gonna talk about it. We'll talk Carlos Prates, Li Jingliang, the first fight of the main card. That's pretty decent fight. Li Jingliang hasn't been fighting for a while. Let me see, when was Li Jingliang's last fight? September 2022, his split decision against D-Rod. Then he knocked out Salikhov. He lost to Shimaev. Like, he has pretty decent wins, you know. He has very good wins. He only loses to elite people. Carlos Prates has been looking good. I feel like I wouldn't bet on Prates. I wouldn't bet on Prates this fight because this is his biggest step up yet. Li Jingliang is Carlos Prates' hardest test yet. I'm not gonna bet on it. He's been looking very good lately, but this is a big step up. The odds shouldn't be this wide. The odds are so wide, so me personally, I'm not putting money on Carlos Prates. I'm avoiding this fight. I think that Prates should win this fight. I feel like he's the better striker, but I'm avoiding this fight and I'm not betting. Now, moving on to the big heavyweights. Tuivasa, the beer belly, against Jairzinho Rozenstreuik. Who remembers when Ngannou just just swarmed Jairzinho with literally no technique? He was just doing this and knocked him out. Ngannou is just built different. But this fight, everyone wants Tuivasa to win. Tuivasa's last few fights, it's been crazy. He's on a 4-fight losing streak. Gon, Pavlovich, Volkov, Tybura. Now, Gon is not a bad loss. Pavlovich, not a bad loss. Then Volkov, it starts to get tight. Then Tybura, first round, it starts to get really tight. I don't think he's the same fighter, which is a shame. He's only 31 years old. He should be in his prime, but I feel like this is not his prime. This is washed Tuivasa on 4 losses. The best version of Tuivasa is gone. He was on a big streak. He was finishing people left and right. But that version of Tuivasa is gone. I think Jairzinho, yes, he's not a grappler, so people think Tuivasa got a solid chance, which he does have a chance. But Jairzinho, he's on the momentum. He just beat Gaziev. Pretty good win. I think he's gonna beat Tuivasa. I don't think Tuivasa got anything left. Jairzinho on the momentum. Does Tuivasa have a chance? Yes. But am I gonna bet on him? No. I'm betting on Jairzinho if I'm betting on this fight. So I'll say go Jairzinho. Go Jairzinho, avoid a heartbreak. Let's not put on Tuivasa because we just love him. He's losing, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Gamrot against Dan Hooker. Now, everybody hates on Gamrot. The only reason people always mention Gamrot to me because they know I'm an Arman Tsarukyan fan. So on TikTok, everybody tells me, yo, Gamrot owns your boy. In Discord, they tell me. But realistically, nobody likes Gamrot's performances. He has a very good record, 24-2, 33 years old, very solid fighter. And look at his wins, Dos Anjos. The only thing about him is the wins that he's getting. How is he getting those wins? Tsarukyan should have been a loss. Tsarukyan won. This unanimous is crazy. Ferreira good. Stephens good. Holtzman, okay, valid. He had a good career, he has a good career. He's a good fighter, but Dan Hooker, let's see Dan Hooker. This might be the resurrection of Dan Hooker. Win against Claudio Perez, win against Turner. If he beats Gamrot, then that's a big win. The question is, can he beat Gamrot? After the Islam fight, Islam is one of the best wrestlers. So is Gamrot. But then when he fought Jiu-Jitsu guys, he just exposed them. He exposed Claudio Perez. Against Jalen Turner, well, Jalen Turner doesn't even wrestle. He beat the shit out of Jalen Turner, though. Jalen Turner quit in that fight. Against Gamrot, if he can avoid the takedowns, he can beat Gamrot, man. Like, I really want to put underdog money on Hooker, but I don't know what version of Hooker is gonna come. The thing is, Hooker is inconsistent. Not always the Hooker that we want shows up. Sometimes the Hooker we don't want shows up. So that's a question itself. Which version of Hooker is gonna come back Saturday? Is it the dog version or the one that just got beat up, that took a lot of nasty damage from Turner and out for a year? What version we're getting of Hooker? That's a big question, you know. That's a big question. If Prime Hooker shows up, he has a chance against Gamrot if he keeps standing up. But regardless, I'm gonna put my money on Mateuz Gamrot. It's safer. Gamrot is a veteran. He knows how to win these fights. I think he can take down Gamrot for sure. He can take down Hooker for sure. And he might get the win, yes. Now, the lock of my card, which people won't believe. Kara France will beat Steve Erceg. The odds are too wide. Kara France is a veteran. He was up on the scorecards against Brandon Moreno, then split decision against Amir Albazi. Then look at the wins. Askar Askarov, who beat Pantoja. Cody Garbrandt TKO. Roger. He's a very good, solid fighter. I think he's going to beat Steve Erceg. I can see a Kara France resurrection. He's 31 years old. Look, he's 31 only. How old is Erceg? 28? Oh, he's 29. This is the time for Kara France. And if you remember this fight against Alessandro Costa, it wasn't really the best fight. Steve Erceg doesn't like it when people make it tough for him. He doesn't like it when people get into his distance, they close the distance, they give him a tough fight. He doesn't like it. Kara, he's going to show up. I'm predicting a finish from Kara. I think Kara will catch Erceg and finish him. Erceg wants to make it clean, wants to counter Kara and piece him up from the outside, but Kara is too good to close the distance and get into the inside. I'm picking Kara. Decision or finish, but I got a feeling it's gonna be a finish. I got a feeling Kara will pull it off, guys. Like seriously, I do really believe this. Then we have Israel Adesanya against Dricus duplessis, the main event. This fight is 50-50, honestly. Adesanya looking like he's been training the best he's ever trained. He never loses rematches. But Dricus has been looking great, man. Dricus, after the surgery, he's been looking very great. He's 30 years old, which is crazy. Dricus just entered his prime. He's only gonna get better. Look at his wins. He's been on a crazy run. Oh my god. Marcus Perez KO. Trevin Giles KO. Tavares the only... Oh no. Tavares decision. Till submission. Brunson TKO. Whitaker TKO. Strickland decision. He's been on a crazy run. I think the grappling is the difference. Can Adesanya defend the grappling? If he can't, Dricus duplessis is going to beat him. He's going to take him down and submit him or ground and pound. If it's stand up, Adesanya most likely is going to do his shit. But even striking, duplessis stands a chance. He's not going to be a fish out of water. Look what he did to Strickland. Look what he did to Whitaker. Yes, Adesanya is a very good counter striker, but Dricus can make it awkward, and he can clip Adesanya too. Dricus can clip Adesanya. You never know. So, me personally, I'm gonna go with Dricus, the South African. But I wouldn't be shocked if Adesanya manages to win. It's a close fight, but I'm going with Dricus. That's it for the video, guys. You know, come back when most of my predictions are right. I'm hoping I get a good score on this card. So that's it for today. Let me know if you guys liked. If not, then let me know too. But that's it for today, and peace.